Pharaoh, let's take a little bit of an offline passing step, which is really nuts and bolts over here. Bring the blade up towards posta longa, and then just lean in a little bit. And if you do that action all at once, you get a thrust. Very simple thrust in the Pharaoh. It also has the benefit of knocking your opponent's defense out of the way and sliding that point into their face. So it's the first tag that Fury actually gives in his text. And it's buried in the paragraph, so it's every time you get it. But it's boop, and you let that back leg come, remember making the cross? Let that back leg pivot a little bit, put you back on line with your opponent. You don't want to stand crossways trying to deal a bend. So come across, step, and let it settle.
Is that a half cartata?
Nope.
But I don't.
The other leg. There you go. If you want to think of it, you have to leave room for the leg.
Right.
See, so very gently, try it. Good. All right, let's make two lines facing each other. We'll do this actually with the finger. I have to vary these things, so each class is different. Where everyone sits is different. Okay, are we prepared?
Everybody got a person?
Everybody got a person? Okay. Now, defenders, you're going to be just the bumpkin on the log for this one. Sorry. We're not going to do a ton of reps, but I want everyone to try this one. I want you to take posta brava, the short guard. So short guard is just mezzo portaferro, raise the point up. That's your opponent. And you're going to be silly. Take 2 steps forward. Close the range to really offer your blade to your opponent.
Okay. I am double.
Okay, if we have sharps, we should probably now replace them with blasters.
We have extras.
Change it to that.
I have no experience with fine literate masters. Duh.
You're not going to be smacking.
Every English.
Okay. Sorry about that, but this is getting a lot of masks and stuff. All right, now, what I want the attackers to do, start off in Porto de Ferro. Remember that true edge forward. Be ready to play. The person might come forward at any moment, so just be braced and ready to go.
At least put your brain on
That's right. That's good. Very nice. Okay, now, attackers, you're going to step slowly forward with a mezzo volta passing step off the line, coming to posta longa, and then just lean in a little bit to make the strike. If you don't have the distance, then do a passing step, close it off and finish.
Okay.
And you're there. Don't lean beyond the point where your knee is over the ball of your foot. And don't take a really wide step. We know why, because crossing the feet is no good. Now remember we talked about crossing and stuff. This is actually making the same cross against your opponent's sword rather than the stance. It doesn't matter which way their stance is, this will still work. Okay, so defenders, Vidam up in posta brava. That's right, good lumpy stuff. Okay, attackers, mezzo volta stepping off the line. And now go ahead and step forward to finish the thrust. The passing step to finish it. Most people, what you're going to, I see it right off, people are kind of lunging for that first catch. They're kind of stepping out, reaching for it. If you have to reach, then just step instead. Make yourself collected. If you overreach like that, your opponent grabs your blade, steps out of the way, you're still reaching. Not a good place to go.
I am right on. I am English.
Okay, ready? And go ahead, strike. Now see also when that strikes how far away you are from your opponent's weapon. You stepped around the weapon,
Yeah, you just went by.
and you've made a very effective thrust. Now, depending on, there's a lot of places you can catch the weapon here, but generally let me articulate a rule here. You want to usually catch your opponent's weapon with a stronger portion of your blade than they have on theirs. The closer to your hilt you move, the stronger your position is, and vice versa of your opponent. So to the degree that you can catch your opponent's weapon here on his, not the very tip, because he's going to slip out of that, but somewhere in the upper déboulé third, with the mezzo spada or the strong part of your sword, preferably the mezzo spada in this case, you can move them wherever you want. Defenders, you can even resist. Try not to let that thing go over, and you'll find that you just can't do it. Okay? Ready. And. And attack. Good slow. Speed does not matter here. When you're doing slow, when we're doing these drills especially, two things. One, no, you gotta be done. You gotta stay dry. Two things. One, you cannot win the drill. Do not try to win the drill. Winning the drill is counterproductive. What both sides are usually working on is maintaining perfect form for their piece. The reason that winning the drill won't work is because you're not going full speed. If one person is going 90%, and one's going 85%, you don't learn anything. Because under the stress of fight, you have no way to know where you're away from that. So, the other thing is that there's not much force generated here, so you don't have to get in there with enough. So just work on position. If your position is perfect, then you're doing it, and you can go a little faster. The tendency is people try to speed by it, get by the thing, and when they do that, they throw their form out the window. So stay slow, and when it's going perfectly with no mistakes, then peak it up a tiny, tiny bit. But don't get worried about winning the drill, because it cannot be done. Okay, ready? And attack.
If I need it.
Now, keep that hilt down near your waist. Remember the Fury's system is fights low. Don't raise it up towards your chest. Keep it down in the waist area. Now, from here, just to show you something, I'm going to go into you go into Braga also, just for the sake of the argument. Fury's got a play in the Gioca Larga section, which is a little later, but it illustrates a point. It's called the exchange of the thrust. It's one of his key plays. If Yolo steps forward and thrusts, always do a passing step.
Okay.
Now, all Russell has to do is to move this over a little bit and land his own thrust. He exchanges the thrust. His opponent has moved off the line, he's moved onto the line, and run himself coincidentally on the point. So what you're doing here, you want to keep your hands, you'll see it illustrated in the book, is the hands are down low. They're always near the hips. They're not raising up like this to get this. The only time when you raise up is when you're making cover.
Right.
Or when you're going into one of the high positions. Mainly Fury's fighting from down here, because it's very efficient. Even when you're stuck in Brava, you still want to keep it down there. Attackers, don't try to run up and over the blade. Just directly across, because you're stronger here. This is where your center mass comes from. We'll do one more, and then we'll salute and rotate. Ready, and attack.
Even if I try to go into it.
That's good. And then do a passing step. Good. All right, salute and rotate.
Always make sense. Work.
That's good. Yeah, pretty good. But that's all right, because we did a passing step at the end. Ready? Well, that was one passing step. Take the second one to drag it in. It's perfectly fine. Okay, ready? And attack.
Good.
Now, you're too far away. That's fine. So we're in here. As you do that, you'd simply take another passing step. And you'd be over.
Yeah.
What about the whole, like, no further than 6 inches in?
And attack. So you got him down here. Pick your distance.
I'm really dumb. I'm not going to fall for
You're
this.
locking
again.
your elbow. No, stop. There you go. Now you're messing up. Okay. Ready. And attack. Yes, too much, but yes. Right idea. When you came over. Okay, and attack.
I really tried to keep you from moving without moving my blade.
And if you want to see it like that, raise the tail so you can get it. And attack.
I had to do it once. You still got it on line?
And who's got the sword in her throat? Though I should keep my hands down.
Do it again.
And attack.
That was beautiful. Right on. Oh, yeah.
Very nice. Look
Very
great.
better. Yeah.
Attack. Good. Very nice. And maybe a little bit deeper into the offline will put you cleanly around the blade. Okay, ready. And attack. There you go. See how it's a little bit better? Even if she comes across, it's fine because she's open at the other side. Either is good. Okay, salute, rotate. Back. Now, rather than just beating her aside and leaving it there, make sure you report to fair that your points are in the ground. Ready, and attack. Ready, and attack. Attack. Okay, smooth rotate. Round and round, my girl. All right. Now, when you finish your thrust, you want to be in a position where you basically extended and your weight is front center because you've now pushed the weight out. If you have to make a cross step, which is going to happen sometimes, then you also want it in the reverse. So the forward step, the back leg is almost straight but not quite locked. You can see on all of the POSTA where it's front weighted, back foot is there, not quite there. You notice I do not have the heel down, just barely up. It's not like this, but it's such that I can get back very rapidly if I need to. If you close in here and he suddenly pulls a dagger or decides, oh, he's a much better wrestler than I thought he was, I want to get out very soon. Practically, Fiore says, if your opponent looks like they know how to wrestle, don't wrestle it. So in the school, it's obviously not going to be the case because everyone's going to know about the same. But if you're in the course of the fight, even though he emphasizes wrestling, know that that's not he's not saying you should always do this. He gives you little sentences here that invalidate perception you might get all the way around the head. So make that strong, very strong thrust positions when you're in there, because your opponent may be responding with wrestling. If you thrust this, now you're close. So make that very strong. Okay, salute, and ready, attack. Let's go a little slower, though. Let's do them slower. Ready, and attack. Slower still. Well, if you're doing that, you're starting off too much pressure. You're not pressing you want to do. If I think I can get it, then I'll just go. But notice I'm not going any further than this. Right. If I lean forward, that's way too much. So do it here. If I need to go further. All right, and a little bit slower. You're doing great. Let's slow. The reason this is true, for offense, this feels good. For defense, you will not like this so much because it's too hard to get forward. All right, ready, reset, and attack, smooth. That was a kitty. All right, ready. Oops, sorry. Ready, and attack. Reset. And ready, attack. That was nice, man. Reset. And attack.
Nice on your move. Classic beat attack.
Reset. And attack.
Yeah, they have step. Press over.
All right, reset. And attack.
Good chance I get to beat up somebody else's sword.
Very different. No way. Well, it's really changing the name of this to this. Not so much we use.
Imagine that.
So he's in there while playing out.
Doesn't look right at himself.
I may just feel contract. There's some good players. I may have to go contract off. I usually want to go tap, just so I can feel the pressure. If you give them really strong pressure,
On the
that's
grinder every
okay.
morning, get down and rate
Really strong. You just come around the other side. But if it's soft, which is going to be in most cases,
Remember, what you're really trying to do
just keep driving. And that's the essence of Fiore's crossword.
so that I can hit it.
And attack. All right. come back on the other side. But I only make a slight motion, and I've done Fiore's 8th longsword play, which is the exchange of the thrust. Just that simple. No habit. Okay. So you can see that this is a theme that runs in there. Mostly Fiore is about striking. But since we're working on Posta Brava and a little bit of what to do out of Porta de Ferro, this is the attack that Fiore describes in the paragraph that talks about Porta de Ferro. He says, with a passing step, I step out of the line or off the line and land a thrust on my opponent. This is the one you're doing. It is not illustrated. It is simply in the text along with the Porta de Ferro illustration. So you sort of have to put it together if this is what he's intending. This does seem to work. It seems to fit every aspect of what's written. This is where we practice it. Okay, where did the line start here on this side?
Both ends of the fenders of the...
Okay, so you've done this all of that. So we'll do 3 more. 3 more sets. Ready? Check your distance. Salute if you haven't done so. And attack. Step, passing step. Okay, reset. And attack. And when you're practicing it, but use that blade, lifting the blade up to the same direction. Looks nice, and the barrel looks very good. Okay, and attack. Okay, reset, last one, we'll salute and rotate, last one before we rotate, and attack. Okay, salute and rotate. And attack. Very sweet of you. Reset. And have to thrusts and attacks first. Let's use the next one up there. Let's do post to be done. What I want to do now is I want to have the attacker start. Let's do post to be done. What I want to do now is I want to have the attacker start out in posta di donna. Remember that posta di donna is a back-weighted stance. So most of the weight's in the back foot. This front foot is going to pick the direction you're going to go. We're going to do the first attack that we do from posta di donna. Not worrying about the kinesthetics of the attack per se. We're going to just throw a shot at it, basically. But slowly. We're not wearing equipment. So where you're going to pick it is the very first time you're in posta di donna. When you make your passing attack, remember that we said earlier, as you're stepping, you want to strike so that you're striking your attack or your foot and your strike line at the same time. George Silver called that agreement of hand and foot. Fury didn't say anything about it, but it's clear in the text. So he comes across and strikes, just like so. Defenders, I'm going to give you something to do this time. You're going to start off in Porta de Ferro Mezzana, and you're going to step forward into posta frontale to catch this overhead strike into your head. Okay, so attackers, you're going to be in Porta de Ferro. Here, I'll do it with Russell. So Porta de Ferro, Porta de Ferro. I'm sorry, posta donna. Sorry. I'll do it with Russell. All right. Now the defender is going to step forward into the blow to catch on frontale. So I'm going to pick my angle, step a little bit to the side, and he'll catch it. That's all it is. Strike for the head, or somewhere between the head and the neck. Same angle. Don't try and mess it up with the angle. You're working together on this. Defender, try to get that idea of stepping into the blow to catch frontality as you're doing it. Okay? So it would be, that's it, and break. Now yes, there's fun things that can happen from there. All sorts of joyous things, but for the moment, just be in there and make the catch. Gives you both something to work on, attackers and defenders alike. Defenders, you can work with both feet. Try it with one foot forward, then try starting out with the other foot forward. When you've done it, 3 rotations from Porta de Ferro Mezzana, move to Porta de Ferro, fendente to Cinghiale. Try to get up there from that point. Okay? So rotate through it, but do a set all in one guard so you can work on refining the stuff. When you work on this on your own, you need to do literally hundreds and hundreds of these to get to the point where the motions are smooth. This is very important for defenders because this keeps you alive from getting struck. Attackers, this is an attack you use obviously to start the fight off a lot of times. Boom. Just wade right in and fire. Be careful though. Notice that the defenders are going to be closing distance also. So you're going to end up pretty close. Don't hit them on the point on the way in. Okay? Attackers also, you're posted on a, you want to step off the line, remember. You don't want to step directly, and you want to step around their sword a little bit so that you're not in there. Which side do you step to? Well, it's usually easier if I'm doing a passing step with my mezza volta to step the same side as the back foot goes. And then allow myself to square off. If I try to step the other side, it can be done when I'm stepping across. And it's a little weak. So generally speaking, you're going to end up striking on this side. It just seems a lot more fluid, a lot more natural. Okay, so let's square up. I mean like quarters forward. Okay. Now, very slowly, attackers pick your line. Step forward with a cut, strike to the head. Defenders raise up into posta frontale, which is just right up. Right, you step forward. And be sure, defenders, that you're stepping forward also. Okay, step back, reset. And very slowly, quarter speed, attack. And you'll catch there, or you might catch, you won't likely catch it.
Yeah, because I can see it. Catch the blade, stop it, and just
You'll learn, you'll probably appreciate it. All right, ready?
nice descent tempo attack.
And attack. That's good. That's good.
I'm so used to just doing nothing more. I'm so used to just doing that.
Quarter speed attack. There you go. Now because you've got a nice position. Let that elbow force just a little bit. Oh, it should. He's going to have a very good. That's the sort of distance here for frontale. And that's a fine art. That's what you work. You're going to do it distance-wise, so be sure you've got the space. That might be a case for Diana. All right. Reset. Defenders, you've got to leave. That's fine. If you want to do it, snug up the range of it. I just keep it up rather than down.
Okay, cool.
So there is no Meisterhauen here period. Do it that way.
Okay.
What he does do, though, is he sets up the thrust. So immediately when this comes on, it's almost a time and a half attack. And then it comes in.
Because
Not quite specific.
from here, on this one, I can see it as a descent tempo, and when he comes in,
It could be, but I suspect that it's a
right.
attack. So you nicely snug it up. That's good. Now, when you're all in that nice snuggy position, just reach up the inside of your hand and just take that sucker.
I just want to see if I can grab it.
Okay? Okay, reset. And attack. There you go. Somebody else up? Yep. That's just to make it a little bit more interesting. Do not speed up.
Thank you, sir.
Should I get the little one? Oh,
It's actually longer. All right. Same thing, quarter speed roughly. Let's make them perfect. And attack.
Cool.
And then reach up and take that sucker over. Yeah. He comes across to make his cover. She strikes with what's called a fendente. Boom. He grabs it. Well, she does the same thing.
Oh, hailstones came out of
Blah. This looks very silly.
Hailstones.
All right.
I swear that's
Now,
hailstones.
I have seen this is in a Talhofer plate. Talhofer plate 57. They're showing this, but with no preparatory work. So you have no idea how they got here. They just show this. We discovered it doing exactly this drill. Like, what if I grab two? Well, you end up here. Now, how do you get out of that? Well, just to fast forward ahead and show you some of the cross sorting stuff, or the half sorting stuff, you maintain control, step forward, so that she can't do anything with this. As I step forward, I simply take 2 hands on my one, and we have a good time. If I can't quite get all the way around it, I simply come up to here, throw her, or I just twist away and finish. So what you're doing basically, we'll do this just one set just so everyone can see it. So the next time you do it, and we're just doing this for fun's sake, go up and cross, boom, both people make the grab. Oh, silly. And the defender steps forward, boom, reaches around the hand, and now you can actually just twist out of their hand if you want. But I actually like the twist to the throw position better. Although you're a little short for me to get it. But that's weird coming from me. But reach over and voila. So we're going to do the same exact play, but when the grab is made, both people grab. We'll just try a couple reps just to do it. All right, ready? And it's clearly in line with the principles. Okay, and quarter speed, attack. Make it. Oh, grab. And okay, look where we are. Okay, wait. Yeah, okay, now we're back. Go back to where you both got the blades. Pretty much. Okay, grab your blades again.
And the circus music started.
This actually is a bell.
Perfectly hearing.
You can do a whole bunch of speed, attack, boom, both players grab. You end up in the silly position, come forward, take it away, and lob. And that would work better if you stepped into
Yeah, back of the head. Come up underneath the head.
And if everything works out great, it's supposed to hit his feet differently. Then we'll have to do shifting over. Now I get to poke along with it. But we have a thing in the school we call the onion drill. The onion drill can apply to anything. What it is they do next. And we then take that solution and start building it up into a more complex play. But it's organic. It's according to what everyone's doing at that time. Each pair will show us what solution they came up with. So defenders, once you get the sword in your hand, then given the stuff that you know or don't know, show us what you do next. What looks best to you? Because that's usually how these plays end. Once you get this, do what looks best. Well, okay, let's do what looks best. So we'll give you 4 reps. And you can play with it for 4 reps. And then we'll go down and it'll be like team 1, show us your play. Team 2, team 3, team 4. Then when team 1's quarter speed, attack. Okay, defenders grab and play with what you do next after the grab. Anything at all.
No, thanks.
There's nothing there. There's no force on it.
That's too much time. You probably get right back.
Right, if they're not armored, they're in. I mean, you said.
I don't think there's anything there.
And attack.
So you're gonna do that.
I think that's too much.
Attack.
Throw, whatever.
Okay. Now staying where you are.
Almost good pummels, butt
Okay.
spikes even.
Back up. Okay, and then pommel strike, okay. That pommel strike is fine. If you do it like that, that's fine. You come in, boom, that's fine. Rather than doing a advancing step, you might do a passing step. Whenever you need more power, you want more power, and that was right on the line. That would have been okay, particularly if you had socked it to him and didn't want to come across something else, that's fine. But anytime you want more power, do a passing step. So a direct pommel strike, not a bad
I
solution.
can also see doing the passing stuff because it gets you even closer to their
You
swords.
can. Yeah. Roll to a thrust or wind to a thrust, the Germans would say it. That's very good. That's very nice. Okay, and when you're ready, go ahead. So hook them with the, that's fine. You probably want to step with this to get more power with that. You're punching basically with it. So do a passing step. There you go. That'd be stronger. Want to see something cool when you get that? Just because it's there. Boom. Snook. Pull this around.
I was thinking about using the pull against
Yeah.
Woo, evil little fellow. comes in, takes a pommel strike. Now, if I stop this, all of Fiore's counters to the daggers plays work against a pommel strike. All that is a dagger. So I already know a bunch of nice counters for that. We don't, because we haven't gone through them. But once you've done the Gioco Stretta part, just recognize this incoming pommel is simply a dagger strike. And any of the dagger play, any of the dagger work you've had before will apply that. There's a lot of stuff you can do. As I said, there's 86 dagger plays. So there's a lot of counters that we do left over there. But it was a good set. Nothing wrong. Okay. Don't draw it though. Just go ahead and snap.
Yeah.
That's all right. Okay, that's fine. I liked that actually, when you were up here, grab the thing.
Right down on
One nice thing about these plays, you come in, boom. When you're down here, what he calls the tutta spada, I'm pretty well in control. But let's suppose I'd like a little more. Now I have a bit more. Now I want more still. I still have more. Once you get controlled weapon, he gives you basically 5 options. I can, first of all, I can strike. Boom. I can break. Take a shoulder, do something like that. I can throw. I can bind, which I've already done here. I can disarm. I'll go in a second. That's all right. I would have to finish it for you, actually. Well, no, in this case, this isn't doing the motion. He isn't going to let go. Now he'll let go. As soon as this breaks, this will come out. He'll let go.
the jaw breaks.
And you can combine those things. If you look at all the plays, when you meet sword to sword, that's the control point. That's your first bind. After that, you can always see that it's an execution of one of those 5 things. It's just variants on all those 5. So once you know that, like, well, how do I get to my control point? And this theme does build up through the wrestling and dagger, but most of you don't come from a background where you can actually go out and use the wrestling and dagger that much, but you can do it with longsword. So once you get that blade-to-blade contact, as you see here, it's like, oh, I do have a measure of control over what happens. I got a thing to do with it. If I grab the back of the blade, I can just turn it. The same thing applies with this. Even if this was sharp, I want to. Oh, let me point that out. When you're grabbing, since we're now deep into this, and you've been doing it one way for a while, when you grab between the heel of your hand and the tips of your fingers, ideally, so it's not, the blade isn't up against your hand. If your opponent starts to pull really hard, you should be able to clamp that in there so you can't draw. Because obviously, although we don't know how sharp they were, you don't want to have the thing drawing it. Even if it's not sharp, but it's got little burrs on it, you can just kind of feel how that would be. Not good. So instead, you kind of clamp around it and get the thing that way. Okay? It's also okay, you know, you can just bat it out of the way, do all kinds of things. But when you clamp, fingers to palms, you can turn the blade and fly. Come on. Reset. And attack. Okay.
We actually discussed that.
All right, hold it. Reset. And attack. Attack. That's good. As you make the grab, make it's not a separate action, draw down and then go, because he gets to react. And while you were doing that, he would do something. So as you come up, it would be catch. Gotcha. The catch, and now at that moment, you can't really do much because it's already there. If I leave this here, and I catch, and then I draw, now he gets a lot of time. So make those things simultaneous, and it gets your point out of it so he can't grab it. Reset. And attack. Not yet. If you're stepping correctly,